It is Monday. It's just after 4 o'clock, which means it's time for Monday Mirages. Goss is going to give us a story, a situation, and we are going to decide whether it's a real thing that could continue to happen or just a silly little mirage.
Real or mirage? The New York Giants are the team that you trust the most in the NFC playoffs.
Mirage. I still am going with Dallas. Zeke Elliott, like running game travels. The defenses are overachievers. I think if it came to the Giants versus the Cowboys, I might change my opinion. But knowing that, Dallas could very well make it to the Super Bowl without ever seeing the Giants, Dallas is still the one I'd pick to come out.
It just feels so hard for me to say, hey, I'm going to trust a 4-12 team with a rookie quarterback, rookie running back, and a team that hasn't been able to get to the Super Bowl since the 90s in the Dallas Cowboys. And on the other end, I have a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a team that won the Super Bowl before as a wild card team, and the most explosive playmaker in football right now in Odell Beckham Jr. I trust the Giants. And I get your point about they may not have to play Dallas, but if they can get by, whether it be Detroit or Atlanta, neither one of those franchises has been really something you can trust come playoff time either.
I look at Dallas. You got to come to them. It's not really a home field advantage because of the way that stadium is built. But offensive line, stud running back, a quarterback that wins. Even back in college, kid's a winner. On top of that, they still haven't really incorporated the wide receivers all that much. They're starting to get them more in again. And a defense that plays above their pads. Like they're better than we thought they were. Like I said, now mind you, if round 2 of the playoffs is the Giants in Dallas, I might change my tune just because the Giants have already beat them twice. But right now it's Dallas.
Number 2, real or mirage? Bryce Petty getting hurt could have helped him return to the New York Jets next season.
I'm gonna go mirage. I think what's going to help him return to the Jets next year is there aren't a lot of options. I think that if it affects the way he throws and he looks bad the rest of the year, he could very well be out. I think he gets another chance next year no matter what. I don't think it changes things one way or the other, I guess.
I do too, and I've been the biggest Bryce Petty doubter, but I'm going real here. I really believe him getting hurt is going to give everybody, whether you're a Jets fan, whether you're a Bryce Petty supporter, whether you're management, to give a line of excuses. Hey, Bryce Petty wasn't 100% last season. He got injured at the end. Hey, Bryce led us to a victory against San Francisco. The Patriots are a tough team to beat. Hey, Bryce Petty just wasn't enough time.
He played through that injury.
Right. We can go through a list of excuses of why Bryce Petty wasn't good, and those excuses may pile up to be so heavy that the Jets just say, you know what, let's give him another chance. And we don't want to deal with any of these veterans. We don't want to pay a Jay Cutler. We don't want to pay a Tony Romo.
And there's nothing in the draft that makes me want to use a top 4 round pick. Like my top 4 picks, at least 2 O-line, hopefully a corner. I mean, it's a defense-rich, top-heavy draft. You might be able to find your next corner. One
fun scenario could be, if Jets fans want him, because we've gone through those veterans before, what happens with Tyrod Taylor? Let's say Tyrod Taylor does get bumped by Buffalo. He's got to find a new spot. He knows the division. You think San Fran, so he'd take over for Kaepernick and try to run that style if Chip Kelly's there.
I bring him in to compete with Kaepernick for the job.
Wow.
He fits that. He fits what they're doing. That or a backup in Seattle. He's got to be. You can't run a pro-style offense with Tyrod Taylor. You can't. I'm sorry. He's going to get hurt. Well, and he's not that accurate.
Let's stick with quarterbacks here for the next one. Tom Savage should be the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans going forward this season. Real or mirage?
Mirage. You got to give Osweiler another shot. You got to hope that you shook whatever little pebble brain he's got around in his head, and now he's going to go out there and be the guy you hoped he would be. Because if not, you just threw away a lot of money for the next, 4 more years after this one?
About $70 million. Yeah. And how about the news that's coming out now less than a half hour ago? Texans coach Bill O'Brien has made the decision. Tom Savage will be the starting quarterback this weekend. So you're having a $70 million man sit on the bench for Christmas Eve against the Cincinnati Bengals, and possibly when the division's on the line, could be a primetime matchup, Texans versus Titans. If he's not getting the job done, and Bill O'Brien thinks it's going to cost him his job, and Savage is the best quarterback, I'm real here. I think it's the right move. And it's a business decision. You think you got to have the guy out there who is getting paid. He's not going to sit on the bench. If Savage is better, he's better. And he can't be any worse than Brock Wright.
Third season out of Pittsburgh. Been in the system. He was on the practice squad last year. Played 2 games in 2014.
How do you feel if you're the Denver Broncos and think we may have made the right decision not bringing back Brock Osweiler?
If I'm I mean, it's funny because remember John Elway said that, look, there needs to be tier levels of pay for tier levels of quarterbacks. Like, where's that middle number? If it's 12 to 13, Brock, welcome back to Denver. If it's 17 to 22, we wish you the best. He went out and got 17 to 20, and Elway's fine.
How about if you're the New York Jets? Because there was talk late June, early July that Ryan Fitzpatrick deserved more money than Brock Osweiler. I know it sounds crazy to say now that we're having that discussion, but that was a hot button issue in July because Ryan Fitzpatrick had done more in his career.
Right. Well, and that season, last season, was amazing. So he's coming off a season where he was statistically head and shoulders above Brock Osweiler, Kirk Cousins, go on, and they were all making way more than him. But he sucks.
Real or Mirage here, a 9-7 record will keep Rex Ryan employed as the Buffalo Bills head coach.
That's real. I think 8-8 keeps him. I do. Look, here's the situation in Buffalo. All you have to do is look down on the West Coast to Oakland and see what transition does to your team. You could make the argument that the Dennis Allen years in Oakland are why you're here in the Jack Del Rio successful days. You kept Dennis Allen in place. He was good enough. You were able to build what you needed to build, and then you went and got the guy you needed to get. So it's almost like it's like you hear Hahn talk about bridge quarterbacks all the time.
Yeah,
there's bridge coaches too. You can't keep switching unless the guy you want is already there. That's the only way, in my opinion, that Rex doesn't get year 3 in Buffalo.
Doesn't this come off as really weird or not? I don't know the right way to describe this because you and I work in the media. You see one weekend before the games, an ESPN report from Adam Schefter comes out that the Bills are making plans to move on from Rex Ryan. The week previous, before the games kick off, from a different outlet, CBS, Bills are going to fire Rex Ryan as soon as Monday. To me, it seems like someone in Buffalo is leaking that information. They're the person, they're the source, is almost, I guess, an extra motivating factor to make sure Rex continues to win. Because don't the timings of those things seem so strange?
I mean, the bottom line is this. Who's better, you know what I mean, than what you're doing right now? Do you that team is just, it's a weird project. Like, I'm looking at it. I don't have faith in the quarterback. If LaShawn McCoy doesn't run for over 100 yards, I'm not going to win. My wide receiver, who's supposed to be my savior, has played, 4 games a year? I mean, it's ridiculous. I let Chris Hogan go. He was like my most reliable receiver. Like, one after another. My offensive line is, Crohn's disease away from missing.
And my coordinator's the hottest name in football.
Yeah.
He's breathing down my neck to maybe take my job. And we've gotten better when he got promoted.
The only way I get rid of Rex is if I've decided Anthony Lynn is ready. That's the only way.
Final one here, another Christmas theme here. Last time we're going to play Monday Mirages before Christmas. Real and Mirage, Elf is a top 2 Christmas movie of all time.
It's definitely top 3.
Top 2 is where it gets tough, because now we're talking favorites, some of your favorites ever.
Well, see, I love Scrooged. I love Christmas Vacation. I love Christmas Story. God, Elf is one that I will stop what I'm doing and watch. It's at least 3. I'm gonna go in the spirit of the game. I'm gonna go Mirage. I'm gonna go 3.
I'm gonna go Mirage as well, and also 3 on my list. You did not mention 2 I had. The Wonderful Life and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the animated version where it tells.
So you had a better childhood than I did. That's what you're trying to say.
That movie's so old. I'm stunned that's never been remade because it's a very good story when you're a kid of how the story of Santa Claus happened. So as a kid, you're like, this is so cool. Like, I'm learning about Santa Claus right now. So that is my 3 for Christmas movies that I will always watch when it's on.
Oh, any of the animated, like Grinch. God, I mean, I just love Christmas. Like, I do. That's who I am. So, like, mine change a lot because I'll watch them until I can't watch them. Like, my brother, it's Christmas Carol. My one brother, it's like a Christmas. He'll watch every version of it. All, animated, real.
Muppets.
Right. What about Polar Express? Polar Express is great.
I read the Polar Express book, never saw the movie. Heard it was fantastic.
Nerd.
What about Office Christmas Party? That seemed good.
Did you see it?
No, I want to see it.
It looks funny. I do want to see it.
Die Hard?
Die Hard. I will give you that as a Christmas movie, but it's not. It's a better action movie than it is a Christmas movie. I won't get into that argument of it's not a Christmas movie. Well, dude, the only reason he's there is Christmas.
What about the Santa Claus with Tim Allen? Someone tossed me that as their favorite the other day. That was bold.
It is a bold pick. I like it. It's not top. There's so many good ones.
Can we do this like quarterback? There's tiers of Christmas movies.
There absolutely is.
Some people are elite. Some people are not elite.
And then like there's bridge movies where it's good enough to watch if the next movie's a good one, but if the next movie sucks, I'm out. Yeah,
that is real for sure.
What about what is it? Fred Claus.
My mom loves Fred Claus. She is like the biggest fan of the movie Fred Claus. Such a random fact.
When they're all in with the famous brothers meeting.
Yeah.
And Bill Clinton's brother is in there. Like there are some really good parts of that movie. Completely underrated.